your party started it all. If you wanted to fix this internally, I don't think people out there should have known or would have known of any accusation towards the former chairman being accused of, well, selling out the party. Not one, not two, not three. So many bigwigs of your party accused former governor, the former chairman, Mu'azu, of selling out the party for this in this particular election.
Has the president accused him of that?
We're not.
No. Has the president accused him of that?
We're talking about principal members of your party.
Who are those principal members of the party, greater than the president? That's the question I want to ask you.
What position does the president hold in your party hierarchy?
He is the leader of the party. He is the leader of the party. If the president has come out to do that, I'll understand. And the issue of sellout and all whatnot, these are personal perceptions.
Okay.
You don't hold it to mean that is the view of the party. It is not.
If it's not the view of the party,
can we just calm down and go back a little bit? Your party went to the 2015 elections, the hope to win, right?
Absolutely.
So you did not win.
It's a normal thing. And we said it before, that is not a do or die affair, but a win or lose affair.
It's a win or lose affair, so you lost. So Dr. Dogo, is this part of your internal stock taking?
Absolutely. Anybody can feel otherwise and can voice out his feelings. And you do not mistake that to mean that that is the position of the party.
No, the question,
it is not.
The question is, what is happening now? Your party chairman resigning, your chairman of the board of trustees resigning. Is this part of your party stock taking?
It is normal. It is a normal thing. When it happened in Britain, didn't you see the party leaders resigning? That doesn't mean that the party has a problem.
Since you started by comparing us with Britain, in Britain, they resigned immediately the results were announced. So how is it that it took such a time for your leaders to resign?
Whatever the time frame that it has taken, we have our own approach, they have their own approach.
And it happened after the governor's rules.
And it shouldn't be seen that they were forced out. They didn't. They resigned on their own. So if in Britain they decided to do so immediately, and in Nigeria they decided to do so, in Britain have they considered defeat before the final results? But in Nigeria we did. So we can do it differently. But in both cases, they are perfectly in order. And therefore, we will take...
sold out?
Yes, you said?
Do you believe that Dr. Mu'azu sold out?
No, I don't. I don't believe that. But maybe those who do not have the maturity and the belief and the ability to accept and to look at defeat as a positive thing to happen, they will feel that way. I don't.
Okay.
You see, in fact, at times, it is a lot easier to manage defeat than to manage success.
Okay, so Dr. Dogo, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to go back a little before the elections itself. A lot of people felt that the PDP did not do well. You've said you don't want to talk about, you don't want to criticize your party in the open, and perhaps fairly, maybe a lot of people would not expect you to do so as a party member, but a lot of Nigerians are watching your party. I mean, they're also interested in, your party and it getting back on its feet.
You want me to tell you the truth?
Just a moment, let me so that I do not lose my train of thought. They want your party back on its feet because they really want, a credible and viable opposition to the APC. And they also want a vibrant, perhaps you might say, two-party system, but they want to be able to have a credible choice in the next 4 years when the elections will come again.
And PDP will be there.
Exactly. So they want your party to be there. So they will take an interest in what is happening in your internal affairs. Because a lot of people who were watching your party from the outside before the 2015 elections were saying that from what they could see, from what was playing out, especially from the primaries that had gone on in the different parts, in the different states during the governorship elections, already showed, the signs were clear on the wall, it would seem, that your party was in trouble. Do you agree with them that some of the things that preceded your party's loss at the elections, you say not fall from grace, loss at the elections, could already be seen on the wall before the elections themselves?
What you are saying is correct, yeah. There were problems here and there. But see, you even know of those problems, or you knew about those problems because of the democratic nature of the PDP. In the APC and other parties, they had more problems, worse than that, because they didn't have any democratic setting. And so they handpicked somebody and place him there. There was nothing like primaries in the real sense of it across the other parties. But PDP is being democratic. Exactly, it makes everything public for everybody to know. That's why you knew about that.
I want to say here that we're talking specifically on the PDP.
Yes.
Because to bring in the APC, we will definitely be needing...
I'm saying that so that you will know that that is not the reason why the PDP lost.
So it wasn't about the internal wrangling.
It was never about the
in the different states.
No,
was it then because it
was not?
Just a moment, sir. Was it then because it jettisoned its own agreement or arrangement of zoning?
You have to understand that the concept of zoning is purely an internal matter of the PDP. It's not in the Constitution of Nigeria in any form. Maybe you should be aware of that. The issue of the 6 geopolitical zones are not in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But we have come to see that every single thing that is done now becomes a zoning issue, including any other political party that wants to do this. And that is why I am telling you that that is the crux of the matter. In the APC, if they have put a Yoruba man, he wouldn't have won. In the APC, if they had put an Igbo man, he wouldn't have won. In the APC, if they had put a northern Christian, he wouldn't have won. In the APC, if they had put a northern Muslim that is not Hausa Fulani, he wouldn't have won. And I stand to be corrected. I'm just telling you the truth. In the PDP, if the PDP had put a Hausa Fulani man, he would have won. So Hausa Fulani Muslim, he will have won.
How come you
this is the reality, the truth about the situation.
Then how come you didn't notice this? How come you didn't notice this as a party member?
It is not an issue of not noticing it.
No,
it's an issue of what the reality is.
It's important. I go back.
Listen,
Dr. Dogo,
let me.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
It's
important. I'll let you go. Dr. Dogo,
wait. What I'm trying to tell you is this. Because PDP is democratic, is not sectional, is not tribal, is not religious, we did not go that way so that we can develop a political system and a democratic system for Nigeria.
My colleagues asked you if your party decided or went into that election with the sole intention of losing, and you said no.
I said
they wanted to win. And if you knew that what you had just told us was a winning formula, how come you didn't go on with the winning formula?
Because we do not want to go tribal, religious, sectional, or anything of that nature.
In other words, you went into the party, you went into the election to lose.
No, we didn't go to lose. But you go into a system with the reality. Look, you can change people's thinking and thoughts and belief. And as time goes on, people will come to see the truth, the reality. Look, by the time we talk about geopolitical zones, by the time they talk of North and South, they are talking about North in terms of, look, Hausa Fulani, South in terms of Igbo, Yorubas. Are those the only people in Nigeria? Doesn't any other minority tribe has the right to be a leader of this country? And that is what the PDP wants to prove, that look, as long as you are a Nigerian, wherever you come from, whatever your background, whatever your religion, whatever your tribe, you should aspire to the highest office. If Nigerians someday will come to see the truth about this and will refuse to follow tribe, religion, section, or any kind of tribal tendencies, that is why I said the PDP is developing a democratic system that will stand the test of times.
Dr. Dogo.
Any other party that doesn't follow suit is only playing on the intelligence of Nigerians. And as time goes on, they will simply die a natural death. The PDP will live forever.
Dr. Dogo, you make it sound as if, only this group of people, Hausa Fulani, voted in the president-elect. There were many other people, many other groups that vote. Just a moment, I'm sincerely hoping I will not be interrupted in my question. There were many other groups that voted for the president-elect and his vice, and voted the APC in their different states, because you did not just lose the presidential elections, you also lost states that you had not lost before, states that were traditionally your own stronghold. But that is not even the matter. I asked a question as to whether or not, it was the fact that you jettisoned zoning. That's why you lost the elections. You partially answered that question because you claim that the APC adopted a Hausa Fulani candidate. That's why they were able to win the elections. By implication, it means that if you had adopted a Hausa Fulani candidate, perhaps you would have won, and perhaps there would have been other reasons for that. But do you you also think that your party has done well in terms of performance, in terms of, you know, what it is leaving in office, what it is leaving as a legacy for Nigeria in the last 16 years?
I think the greatest legacy the party has left is the evolution of true democracy. Forget of any other thing else. But we can go ahead to name several other things. We have done so here before, and we can do so. If you want me to do so, I can do so. As of now, isn't it? Since independence, Nigeria had just about 24 universities before the coming in of President Jonathan. As I'm talking to you now, the PDP has established about 18 universities. I don't know if you're aware of that. Look at the power sector. Look at the rail sector. Let's be honest. Look at the agri sector. Do we need to repeat all these things over and over again? Forget about what people will think and say. And nobody can say that, look, you can do everything at the same time when you are in government. But you also have to understand the human nature being what it is. Are you getting me? You definitely, at different points in time, in a normal democratic setting, people want to test another party and compare and contrast. And so you, the loser, it is probably a waste of time to start lamenting about it. It is simply go to build and rebuild yourself and wait for the opportunity to take over, which is what the PDP is going to do.